Life on the streets is never easy, but for one brave cat, the odds were stacked against her in unimaginable ways. Meet Valda, a fighter in every sense of the word. Her name, which means heroine of the battle in German, perfectly encapsulates her story of courage and resilience. Valda's journey began under tragic circumstances. A relative of the rescuer witnessed her being viciously attacked by 3 stray dogs. The scene was horrifying, but they didn't hesitate to step in and save her. Rushing her to the nearest veterinary clinic, they ensured Valda received immediate first aid. It was clear that the injuries were severe. Deep wounds from the attack required stitches to close, and she was in visible pain. The vet administered antibiotics and painkillers to stabilize her condition, but Valda couldn't move. Her immobility and frailty broke our hearts, but her spirit told a different story, one of quiet determination. Before diving deeper into Valda's journey, it's important to acknowledge the complexity of the situation. While it's heartbreaking that she was attacked, we hold no blame toward the dogs. Stray animals are often victims of a failed system, where lack of spaying and neutering contributes to aggressive behaviors. Addressing these systemic issues is the only way to ensure harmony between humans and animals. As Valda began her road to recovery, we knew she needed more than just basic care. The rescuer took her to a specialized veterinary clinic for a detailed diagnosis. There, the rescuer figured out why she couldn't move. She was enduring excruciating pain from her injuries. An X-ray revealed the extent of the damage. One of the femurs in her back leg was broken, and both the femur and tibia were dislocated due to the dog's bites. As if that wasn't enough, Valda was also battling a serious bacterial infection from the bites, causing a persistent fever. The veterinary team outlined a plan for surgery to reconstruct her muscles and bones and stop the infection from spreading further. Time was of the essence, and we prepared for her operation later that week. The surgery was a success. Valda's injured leg was repaired, and she could begin applying pressure on it almost immediately. However, the road to recovery was still fraught with challenges. The infected area had filled with pus, and managing this infection required intensive antibiotic treatment. Despite all this, Valda showed an incredible will to recover. Her most recent blood work showed promising results. Her white blood cell count, an indicator of infection, was returning to normal. This was a sign that her body was fighting back. What truly stands out about Valda is her spirit. Despite the pain, the surgeries, and the constant vet visits, she remains sweet and friendly, endearing herself to the entire medical team. She loves their care and never fails to greet them with a soft purr. Valda's appetite has been a key part of her recovery. She is eating well and standing up with eagerness, proving every day that she is ready to move forward. Now Valda is on the verge of being discharged from the hospital. While she still battles remnants of the infection, her condition is stable. The medical team believes the combination of antibiotics and her strong willpower will help her make a full recovery. Valda's story is a testament to the resilience of animals and the power of intervention. Without the quick action of our relative and the dedicated care of the veterinary team, her outcome could have been tragically different. Her story is also a reminder of the importance of addressing systemic issues like spaying and neutering. Stray animals, whether cats or dogs, deserve a chance to live peacefully. By taking responsibility, we can prevent situations like Valda's attack and create a safer environment for all. While Valda's story fills us with hope, it's important to remember that there are countless other animals facing their own battles. Shahed, a stray cat in Kuwait, is one such example. He was found alone in a park. In addition, Shahed was unvaccinated, and thus he contracted the calicivirus, a disease that, if untreated, can cause devastating damage to the gums and face. From the moment the rescuer brought Shahed back from the clinic, they placed him under the house with the other cats. He had a wooden house and a warm spot, but unfortunately, he disappeared after 2 days. The rescuer had no idea where he went despite having spent hours looking for him. But much to the surprise of the rescuer, Shahed managed to return on his own. When the rescuer took him to a hospital for further medical examination, Shahed was diagnosed with feline coronavirus. Likely, they must have noticed the diarrhea, running nose, and his struggle to breathe normally. He was given medications to combat the infection. Although Shahed was still in the hospital, but showing signs of improvement. Like Valda, he's a fighter. These animals inspire us every day to keep going, to keep fighting for their survival, and to never lose hope. Let's hope that the rescuer will be able to find a new owner for Shahed. If Valda's story moved you, consider helping animals like her. Whether through fostering, adopting, donating, or raising awareness, your support can make a world of difference. Valda's battle isn't just her own, it's a call to action for all of us. Together, we can give these two the lives they deserve. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider giving us a like. Tell us what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.